Something is technically wrong with science today. Have you ever heard some of my colleagues saying science is not democratic? Although this was acceptable a few decades ago, it is not in 2018. The brain and consciousness are two different concepts, same as consciousness and mind itself. Each mind has a unique identity code. Each person is unique and different. We cannot proceed the same way as an orthopedic would mechanically fix a broken leg. We are not giant clocks needing to be reset. Behavioral science is focusing on the effects, while psychoanalysis always starts from the causes. This is already one major difference between the two. However, biopsy is only inspired by Freud's theory. I registered this new type of therapy this year in United Kingdom and started to test it on athletes experiencing sport performance issues. BIOCENTRIC psychoanalysis was born only 1 year ago. While in 1928, and even earlier, as one of my students recently found out, a brilliant series of papers had been written by the German psychiatrist Dr. Otto Juliusburger about a few similar psychoanalytic principles. When I work with athletes, I always find various asynchronicities. That is what I call them. Even a very well-trained dressage rider, an expert at the top of their level, can draw circles of smaller diameters than what it is recasted. Even a professional show jumper can compromise their equilibrium applying defensive mechanism, delaying reactions, processing information slower than required to perform 100%.
So I've just recently graduated with a degree in food and nutrition. I've been working alongside Melania to help athletes adopt an integrative approach to finding health solutions. I feel like this is an important method as every person is unique. What may benefit one person may not be what's best for another. As I will be studying a Master's in Health Promotion soon, this has given me a good insight into the different methods that can be applied to improve the future health of the population.
So I met Melania about a year ago. And she walked into the yard one day with an idea and wished to talk to somebody. When she explained what the project that she had in mind was, I was quite excited about it. I'm always keen to welcome new ideas. I've been teaching for about 40 years, and over that time I have realised the importance of mind over matter. So she explained that the Equibridge project was to introduce some Italian riders or students to come and get some cultural diversity, to see how horse riders and managers work in other countries. So she expressed an idea that their performance in the sports that they participated in could be helped by travelling and seeing how other people do similar things. So most of her students are involved with jumping disciplines, whereas we would be more diverse and introduce and work with flat work more, as well as the jumping. So this seemed like a good idea that they could improve their skills and also their horses' performance and their own when they go back to their own country. I've noticed that with Melania's students that she brings over, they are all native Italian speakers, so Melania stays with us to offer the translation. As I don't speak any Italian, it becomes quite good fun. And Melania is really good at promoting interaction between her clients and also myself. There are no obstacles, so they are easily solved with a little bit of thought. And together, you know, as a team, I think that the riders are really achieving their goals.
Allora, ho incontrato Melania a seguito di un campionato italiano perché si era messa d'accordo con la federazione con cui io facevo queste gare, con la FITETREC, di fare uno scambio culturale con l'Irlanda. Inizialmente un po' scettica, ho accettato il progetto, ho portato i miei allievi e devo dire che se ho continuato il percorso è perché mi sono trovata bene, sia con la forma mentis irlandese da dover riportare da noi e sia con l'organizzazione eccellente di Melania, che veramente in tutti i particolari, diciamo, non manca in nessun particolare, è sempre presente, quindi diciamo, è una cosa talmente inconsueta da trovare in altre parti che ho voluto completare il percorso. Dopo un anno di distanza di questa esperienza ho approfondito un po' la questione del supporto psicologico che tramite Melania e la sua società viene dato agli allievi e a tutti quelli che fanno performance sportive, cose a cui noi generalmente non siamo abituati. Noi diamo un minimo di supporto non così professionale ed è veramente utile nell'affrontare ogni situazione, e quindi posso dire che questa componente è determinante e quasi indispensabile. Io monto da 35 anni, ho avuto esperienze in ambiti diversi dell'equitazione, dalla monta di campagna in modo principale, endurance, cross country, derby country, ho fatto anche salto ostacoli, quindi sono stata a diretto contatto con le competizioni sportive sia direttamente sia tramite i miei allievi, e durante questi anni forse non ho approfondito troppo questo tema che ho approfondito in questo ultimo anno, e sicuramente in quest'ultimo anno ho avuto grandi progressi da questo punto di vista, sia per me stessa sia nel senso che ho potuto riportarlo alle altre persone. Dover portare il supporto psicologico agli allievi sia durante le normali lezioni sia in preparazione di una competizione porta via come tempo almeno il 60%, perché la maggior parte delle persone, anche se brava, viene presa dall'ansia, ansia che cresce in modo esponenziale man mano che si avvicina alla competizione, fino quasi ad azzerare le loro capacità, per cui mi trovo costretta a un certo punto di fare praticamente la psicologa pur non potendo esserne capace. Quindi diciamo che questa esperienza mi ha fatto capire quanto sia importante questa componente, ma da noi non è proprio consueto, non è proprio usato e non ci sono figure professionali, perlomeno di mia conoscenza. Se avessi una figura professionale di supporto psicologico sicuramente potrei concentrarmi soltanto a questo tipo di lavoro. Ovviamente ne avrei un vantaggio anche in termini di tempo, oltre che di fatica, perché per me costa un'enorme fatica, non essendo sicuramente all'altezza della situazione. Allora speriamo di finire di completare questa prima parte dell'Equibridge. È un'esperienza sicuramente forte, anche per me, positiva, molto positiva, e sicuramente se ci fosse una seconda edizione non solo lo farei ma lo consiglierei vivamente.
Allora, Melania l'ho incontrata un venerdì sera di quasi un anno fa tramite una mia carissima amica che ha voluto un passaggio per andare a incontrare questa persona qui per un progetto che aveva da svolgere in Irlanda. Nel momento in cui l'ho accompagnata, perché mi interessava capire cos'era effettivamente il progetto, mi è piaciuto alla fine, quindi ho approfondito il discorso fino a essere oggi qui a fare gli esami della BHS. Il progetto mi è piaciuto dal punto di vista della collaborazione di gruppo e quindi c'è stato un supporto da tutti i membri, quindi il bello di aiutarsi a vicenda, ognuno ha portato le proprie esperienze, quindi alla fine siamo cresciuti tutti insieme, al di là delle esperienze più o meno personali, perché c'erano anche dei ragazzi giovani a questi incontri qui, però anch'io, nonostante la mia giovane età e l'esperienza che ho, comunque ho imparato anch'io da loro, non essendo molto più giovani e meno esperti su alcuni aspetti. L'impegno di Melania sicuramente è stato ed è un impegno di una certa rilevanza, perché non è semplice gestire comunque un gruppo di persone con esperienze diverse, ma ci ha messo sempre in condizioni di riuscire a superare gli esami e semplificarci il tutto. Quindi anche i ragazzi, come dicevo prima, meno esperti, più esperti, si sono trovati più o meno tutti allo stesso livello e alla fine abbiamo passato tutti gli esami con serenità e con conoscenza di aver appreso un percorso che all'inizio sembrava complicato, perché comunque mentalità diverse, paesi diversi. In realtà abbiamo trovato una cosa molto familiare alla fine. Allora, io ormai sono quasi 38 anni che vado a cavallo solo in quell'ambiente qui. Avere un apporto e una figura professionale a livello psicologico penso che sia importantissimo, anche perché già la nostra figura da istruttori comunque ci comporta un impegno abbastanza importante durante la giornata, e a volte aiutare i ragazzi anche su difficoltà di livello proprio morale interno ci porta via, primo, tempo su cose che noi potremmo concentrarci a livello tecnico, e nel secondo ruolo ci fa uscire un po' dal nostro ruolo, che non è quello dello psicologo sportivo, e quindi alla fine rischiamo di perdere anche, come posso dire, in realtà sicurezza e leader dalla nostra figura, ed è quindi giusto che ci sia una figura professionale all'interno di questo sport qui, che ancora non è del tutto integrata, questa figura qui, anche perché io sono convinto che la convinzione sullo sport, una gran percentuale deriva da una nostra consapevolezza di riuscire a ottenere il risultato di là della nostra preparazione, e questo solo una persona, una figura professionale come quella di Melania ce la può dare. Come persona che ama le sfide e imparare tante cose, un'esperienza del genere la rifarei. Anche perché sicuramente qualcosa avrò perso, quindi un pezzettino in più sono sempre contento di portare a casa. Questa esperienza sicuramente verrà, ed è buono farla conoscere ad altri, e non tolgo di portare anche allievi o persone vicino a me a questa esperienza qua.
I think it's really important. I think with any sport, you see it, the people that are winning are like, you hear people are on a roll, and I think it's confidence, so with any sport, but especially with horses, so you're dealing with another identity that has a feel and recognises a horse, like the horse recognises what the people's anxiety or like tension, or if they're bad-tempered. You know, I think horses are amazing for reading people. From a high performance respect, that they would definitely be used, and the teams find them helpful. For individual and team kind of performances and results, it's something that they are definitely honing in on.
Hello everyone, my name is Annalisa Manca. I'm a PhD candidate in medical education, and I'm also a yoga teacher. I met Melania in Belfast, and soon we discovered we have many interests in common. We started with the medical humanities, but also a big interest we have in common, we share, is athletes' performance. In fact, my yoga teaching specializes in helping athletes with body awareness and recovery, injury recovery, and to perform better in their activities. Obviously, I don't only teach athletes in yoga, but I teach normal people, really everyone, and it's really important in yoga, this strong mental awareness, and it's very based in mental well-being. For this reason, for my yoga teaching and my interest in athletes, I've been also part in the Equibridge project, so I've been teaching yoga to equestrian athletes, the groups that Melania follows. And my PhD as well is around emotional management for future doctors, medical students. So really, when I discovered this amazing project Melania starting, the I.B.P.I, this really seemed the right path for me at the moment, both for my yoga and also for my research. In fact, I aim to use my new skills, hopefully soon, in psychoanalysis with medical students or with doctors. Anyway, with any profession really that has a strong traumatic component. So I'm looking forward to start my adventure as an I.B.P.I candidate in November, and I hope hopefully I will see you again and tell you more about this. Have a great day.
We all have senses, but we see, hear and experience touch, smell and taste very individually and totally subjectively. Also, light travels faster than sound. Touch, smell and taste are intermittent senses, meaning that cognitive processes can be paused easier than the first two. Our cognitive interaction with the surrounding world changes every fraction of a second. It will never be the same, even for different people in the same circumstances.
I met Melania 3.5 years ago, working in Italy. Now, that changed both our lives forever, us meeting. We started a journey. It took us 2.5 years to get to this stage. And I actually got her to leave Italy to come here. Now, while here, she developed a mental health therapy. Only one of its kind in the world. I became passionate about it because I'm a child of the Troubles. I lost my father when I was 10 years old. I've been through various therapies throughout the years, and none of them seem to work. Now, this works. It actually works because it takes all the elements of the things that haven't worked in mental health in Northern Ireland throughout the years. It's been proven we still haven't. Our mental health is a disaster. Absolutely shocking state. We don't have any direct money into it. The lowest mental health. We have the highest mental health and suicide rates in the UK, and we're not doing any help. We're not doing anything about it. We need to do something about it. This is different. It's a new approach, and it actually works. This can help people in any amount of ways, through stress, anxiety, trauma. It covers everything because it is the be-all and the end-all. I am a totally different person from what I was. More outgoing, speak the truth a lot more. I just speak the truth now, it's simple as that. Very easy. I advise anybody to go for it.
And I met Melania last November. I was doing a dressage competition which she sponsored, and I actually won the class. And that's how I heard what she did. Up until that point I had heard absolutely nothing about it. I knew absolutely nothing about it. I just went for the experience first of all, just to see what it was. And then after my first session I asked her would she mind not using it on the horse, but through my own personal stuff. I had had an accident 4 years previous to that and hadn't slept at all hardly since it. There's a lot of stuff going on in my head. And she says, yeah, I can use my other 2 sessions whatever way I want it. So I started going up and talking through things with her and booked myself in for a further 6 months. And from the 3rd or 4th session onwards, I have never looked behind me. I can go home at night, close my eyes and forget about everything, and it's been brilliant. Confidence-wise, getting into the dressage competitions now, there's no nerves, no nothing, just go up the centre line and get on with things. She taught me how to breathe and taught me how to relax and sit taller, deeper, and done quite a lot for me that way as well. You know, so I find it very, very beneficial. Well, she come out, it was at a later stage, and done another session with me on the horse, which she made me ride blindfolded, which was quite spooky. But that was more for me to get the feel of the horse in general, see how I was out of my comfort zone. Then made me listen to music while riding, doing different things and moving about in the saddle in time to the music, and tried to forget about what was going on around me. You know, but performance-wise, me and the horse now have come on quite a bit from her, so she's been beneficial that way as well. And then we got talking into my past life, because just to do the things, probably to do with the insomnia as well. She went back to my first marriage, my daddy's death and my accident, and to me there was no connection with them. But she explained that the way the mind works, that those all happened quite close together, because your mind doesn't do distances and stuff. So she says those were my triangles and the 3 points of the triangles, and connected them all up, talked me all through it. made me cry, made me happy, made me angry, which was very, very hard with the anger one, because I don't like myself getting angry. But there's one day in particular I went up and there was a plate and a hammer sitting on her mat, and she just said to me, she says, before you leave you're going to break the plate and you're going to yell and scream at the plate. It took me about 3/4 of an hour to actually, I went to approach the plate and she says no. I went to reach over, bring the plate to me, and she says no, you approach the plate. So I lifted the hammer and I had to yell and scream, which was in connection with my ex-husband, which was quite quite good. And we broke the plate, and then we had tears and anger, and then she told me there was still a piece of the plate was unbroken and to attack it again. So she put me through all the mirror emotions, which now, during work and stuff, I used to get quite stressed if I was called to tills and stuff, because I liked stacking shells, but now just grin and bear it and get on with it, which has made me far, far more relaxed. And my husband couldn't believe the difference. He thought he was a bit sceptical, and then when he seen the results with the sleeping, because I used to bed, I went home before I had the accident, sat in the settee and was out like a light, and there for years, just there's no sleep coming. If I got 3 hours in a night, I was very, very lucky. And now I can go to bed, close my eyes and class. So no, I would, anybody with any stress or anxiety, I would really, really recommend it. Definitely would. Very, very beneficial.
We offer a range of kind of virtual reality experiences, yeah? Anything ranging from kind of your traditional gaming experiences to full-on virtual racing simulators or flying simulators. You know, and I think we probably have about 60 or 70 different experiences on offer. Some of those are geared towards kind of our 6 or 7 year old kind of audience. Some of them are more of kind of our hardcore online gamers, you know, where you've got your zombie shoot 'em ups and that type of thing. But it's very much family orientated. So Melania's booked in and she kind of holds therapy sessions here. Our clients would come along and they'd use our virtual reality equipment and expertise. And of course, they go through a number of experiences. They'd use kind of a number of applications. Some things are like drawing, so it's kind of using, I guess, art as a therapy medium. That's kind of one of the ones that I did kind of see and kind of witness, and I think that's fabulous. I think this is absolutely a fabulous opportunity. Yeah, as I say, I've done a lot of research and looking into therapy with VR. I think to be part of it is amazing. I understand the benefits VR has for even things like exposure therapy and kind of, you know, things with autism, and I think there's a lot can be done with it, and I cannot wait to be part of it.
Okay, so I met Melania about 5 months ago through a friend, and also in the equestrian world through competitions. I was in a pretty rough part of my life, and I thought it would be very beneficial to talk to somebody, and I approached Melania to see if she could possibly help with my situation. I have noticed a lot of changes in my everyday life. I'd say when I first met Melania, I was very stressed, quite anxious, and I found my mood was very up and down. Working with Melania has kind of helped me understand that better. I say at the point of my life before I met Melania, it was affecting my everyday life, my personal life, my work life. Now I feel like everything is slowly starting to come together. I would really recommend it. I do think it can really help, as say, understanding how your brain works, how you process thoughts. I do think it's beneficial to anybody.
Innovation Factory is an innovation space based in Belfast that aims to support businesses who are starting up and expanding and help them to innovate and grow. Key to the growth of a business is a positive mental outlook. Ensuring that an entrepreneur and their teams experience good mental health can only have positive impacts on that business, helping the people within it to be resilient, flexible and focused. Starting up and running a business can be a very exciting venture, but it's not without its stresses. Entrepreneurs can be susceptible to poor mental health for a variety of reasons. They often work in social isolation and with a large degree of uncertainty. They shoulder a lot, working long hours, often taking on numerous roles within the business unit, leaving very little slack in the wheel. A collaborative business community such as we have here at Innovation Factory can provide a natural support network for entrepreneurs, which in turn can serve as a buffer against stress experienced during startup and running a business. There is a lot of comfort knowing that you're amongst others who are or have experienced similar challenges.
I'm Brendan McCourt. I'm a producer, director and journalist. I work in both documentary film and I also work in virtual reality and augmented reality. I was delighted to find out that Melania is using virtual reality as a tool with her patients to help them. Virtual reality is a way of creating a new reality that immerses you in a three-dimensional environment that you can explore and interact with. It's limited only by your own imagination. You can create anything in that universe. It is being used now as a tool in health, in education, and even in storytelling. Big Hollywood productions are looking at how they can use virtual reality as a way of really creating an environment that completely immerses people in the story. For health, they're using it at the moment to really help people with phobias. For example, fear of heights, fear of spiders. And also they're using it for people who've suffered post-traumatic stress disorder. They've come through very stressful situations, and it can help them to come to terms with what they've gone through. With education, it's certainly been used very positively as a tool to help people to learn better. It's very visual and it's interactive, and scientifically it's been proven to really keep that experience in your mind for longer and keep those memories for longer. So really it's really a tool to help people. So I've already been working in virtual reality. I've made a documentary about young people and Belfast peace walls. And I've also made an interactive CGI experience working with women, and where they interactively knock down Belfast peace walls and create something new in a shared space. So I was delighted and excited to find out that Melania and I are on the same page. She's very innovative, and she has already been looking at virtual reality as a tool to help her patients. So hopefully we will collaborate on some really exciting projects together in the near future.
There are two practical and very useful instruments I rely on during some of the sessions: virtual reality and flotation tanks. Virtual reality can definitely empower the therapeutic process in terms of patient's engagement, which is often a determinant for a chance of success. They enjoy it and have fun. Any trust issues tend to disappear, or at least get minimized, because the person finds themselves perceptively in another dimension with a lower cognitive connection to this world. Breaking those links through VR works better than hypnosis, which will become outdated. The therapist-patient rapport improves and gets stronger, and the session cycles before achieving results become shorter. Also, VR stimulates a dive into our subconscious directly and more effectively than any other tool ever before. It is powerful and needs practitioners to be extremely careful. Flotation tanks are basically sensory deprivation instruments, which permits me to act on all the body. BIOCENTRIC believes that cognition is something involving everything and not just our 5 senses. The belief that we have only 5 senses connected to 5 different organs is a misconception and already scientifically obsolete. I had the pleasure of working with 2 patients of mine from Northern Ireland who are also equestrian athletes and were experiencing both anxiety and some other post-traumatic stress-generated issues. Linda and Megan are 2 brilliant women aged 55 and 30. Megan is allowing me to share the services I use and to raise mental health awareness on the occasion of World Mental Health Day next October 10th. Through the BIOCENTRIC campaign official testimony. She's a manager working for a pharmaceutical industry, and she's a perfectionist in love with the most imperfect sport there is, horse riding. Horse riding is a great metaphor of life, an exceptional pedagogical tool, not only for children. From a psychoanalytic point of view, it is also very interesting, as horses are mirrors in front of which we, as persons, cannot lie. When I say we cannot lie, I mean we cannot multiply nor complicate through verbal thinking and language and everything in between our cognition, because this would result in a slower reaction. When you ride a 700 kilograms instinctual animal, it can be fatal. Our subconscious mind knows it, and what we would call the id comes to surface and tends to identify with the horse itself. It is such a fascinating process. I will never get tired of watching it happen. When the Equibridge project was launched 1 year ago in collaboration with the Italian Equestrian Federation Fite Trecante, it included a module of applied behavioral science. This meant that while our students learned how to become British Horse Society instructors, we could also run a few psychosocial experiments to improve the interaction, boost their learning process, and improve their athletic performance. The project has been a complete success. All 7 students completed their BHS Equine Excellence pathway, achieving the highest grades while gaining very good placements all over Italy during the seasonal show jumping championship. It is always satisfying and such a pleasure to read their enthusiastic feedback during the monitoring process. The International Biocentric Psychoanalysis Institute, I.B.P.I, is a professional school I opened this year in United Kingdom to teach biopsysis, a new integrative approach to psychological treatment. Annalisa Manca, who took part in the Equibridge project as a yoga teacher, became my first student to be enrolled. Annalisa is also a dear friend who is completing her PhD in medical education at Queen's University Belfast. She's thinking about something very innovative, bringing biopsysis into the medical sector as an aid to healthcare professionals who are constantly under pressure. Something similar has been done in Italy by another of my students at the campus psychology faculty, Raffaele Schipani, who is implementing his experiment with the help of a social workers community in Turin. Marco Colombo Speroni is also applying biopsysis to improve employees' well-being and the performance of a national bank. There are many possible applications of biopsysis. This is only the start.